Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, 1.99% financing is actually still possible. There's a couple different criterias here. Shout out to Krishna for sending us this screenshot, and of course congrats to them for being able to score 1.99% financing and up to 72 months at that rate as well. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And if you want to join our free email newsletter, you could do that down below in the description. Today's live stream is partnered with Joa, where you can get all of your Tesla accessories and much more, like a phone mount, because a lot of accessories don't come with your vehicle. So save some money, support the channel as well, down below in the description. But 1.99% financing is still possible. We've got screenshots, confirmations, and everything. And this is an August delivery as well. But there is a couple different criteria here that you have to be able to, achieve to be able to get this. But I guess this is a PSA to anybody out there that might have had an order earlier that also was in during that 1.99% financing time range. You can still be able to get it. Here are the exact steps. So shout out again to Krishna for providing these screenshots, and is still pending delivery. It hasn't even picked up the Model Y yet, which is really cool to see. You can see August 2nd to August 22nd. And actually the delivery, I think, happened yesterday. So really cool. And he sent me a picture of it on top of that. If you are getting a sick deal on a Model Y, always you can send me a DM. So I could love to share it for everybody else to try and replicate a good deal. So here's what actually happened. So Tesla originally gave him 5.59%. The original date of order was June 28th. So yes, it was the last day of the last quarter when 1.99 was still around. So if you've got an old order date, maybe you canceled one and then you reordered, I would look back to see maybe there is a chance, it doesn't hurt to ask, right? Maybe you can go ahead and ask Tesla to say hey, I actually ordered this time, can I actually get the 1.99% rate? There's probably a couple of you out there that might be able to get this sick 1.99% financing. Krishna had to refill out the credit app. He had to call Tesla to verify details, and they approved. Now his interest rate is 1.99% APR for 72 months, which is pretty sick if you think about it, because even the current rate right now, 3.49, is only for 60 months. If you go to 72 months, it's 4.99. So congrats to Krishna for being able to replicate this deal or get this deal at 1.99%. If you're out there and you're trying to get something like this as well, here are some of the steps that maybe you can try and get it for yourself on a Tesla Model Y. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. If you're able to get this deal, maybe send us a DM so that we can try and show more people that it actually is possible if you follow along these exact steps. And I guess most importantly, if you're in this criteria of people that ordered last month and everything. In other news, Unplugged Performance just released their rewards program. So if you're looking to join in and get a promotion, definitely check out the Unplugged Performance sign up link down below in the description. They are also having an open house tomorrow. So we'll be here, and you can potentially get some free swag as well if you show up. So definitely check it out. It's a free RSVP down below in the description. And we've been talking a lot about buying a Tesla, but also what about your home charger as well? And I was actually on the phone with Mario today, and because he was actually installing a charger at my friend's place in North Hollywood, and he reminded me a couple different things that are out there that I totally forgot. One of which, you can get $1,000 in LA for installing a charger. Mario can help you with that. And on top of that, if you're in Southern California, Orange County, or have SCE, you can get up to $4,000 for a panel upgrade. So if you need to upgrade your panel because it's not enough space, there's tons of incentives that are potentially out there. Definitely hit up Mario at Smart Plug EV and ask for the DENINS deal so that he can hook you up as well. I really like Mario because he is a Tesla authorized installer, and so you get a little bit more warranty with that. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Now that you've bought your Tesla, or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer because without it, you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite, an invisible underscreen station mount from Joa. A great great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories plus more you can get from our partner Jowa. And you know these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic. And now that I'm thinking about this, you know, what we've learned from this is that Tesla will honor a lower rate if, of course, you place an order before the promotion ends in. I mean, if you think about it, the current promotions right now are 3.49% for the Model Y and as low as 0% for the Model 3. So, and Tesla, if we believe the CFO and if we believe what they said on the earnings call, in which that they're going to dial back on incentives, it might be worth it just to throw in a Tesla order to lock your place in line and also lock in the finance rate of like 3.49 or even 0% on the Model 3. Of course, if that were to happen, I feel like Tesla would give us a lot of headway before they would actually raise it up. So they would say something like, hey guys, like 3.49 is ending, place your order before like August 30th or something like that, which I don't think they actually will. But the one thing is for sure, if you're going to be placing a Tesla order, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get 3 months of full self-driving added to your Tesla vehicle. If you're already buying full self-driving, then using our Tesla referral code does support the channel. So thank you to everybody for doing that. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. All right, thanks for coming in. Blueberry, great to see you. Griff, thanks for coming in. And Tesla54, thanks for dropping by as well. All right, how did you like the Lucid Gravity? Worth the premium over the Model Y? That's a great question. And a video actually came out on the channel earlier today where we went on a test drive, and I actually really like the Gravity. I mean, I hope I liked it because the price point, 120 to 150, that's what, 3X a Model Y. It better be much better than the Model Y or even Model X, and it is. I will give it that. And so it's going to be interesting to see when that Gravity gets to like 70 to 80, how compelling will it actually be? Griff, there is a Model 3 in transit arriving soon to the Tesla showroom in my town. I noticed that the cars they have already in stock have a discount. Do they put a discount on the car after it arrives? If it sits, they might put a discount, but it seems like Tesla is not being flexible with adding on discounts, or like even if you ask them to put a discount, they might not do that. I'm trying to just order the car I want or wait a few days until the one arrives so they see if they put a discount on it. Yeah, I would say depending on your market, like if you live in a less competitive area, maybe it could be worth it to see if it actually does and maybe just keep looking at it and refreshing it, or even just ask the Tesla sales advisors at the store to see if they could maybe hold it for you, or like maybe they won't hold it for you, but maybe they'll see if they can make an exception to add some sort of discount with the managers or something like that. But I've also heard some horror stories in which like the sales advisors will say like, hey, you know, don't worry, just place a deposit, put it on hold, and I'll work something out for you when it arrives. And of course, like they start to ghost you. So I don't know if I would believe almost everything, because once you're locked in with the $250 deposit, you're locked in. And of course, the other thing is definitely use a referral code, just like the one down below in the description. You got to click it open first before placing a deposit on any of the vehicles that are out there. So Jackson, Mississippi, yeah, I guess I could see that being less competitive, but who really knows at this point? I guess like if the vehicles aren't popping off the website, then it could be worth it. And this next topic, should you buy a heavily discounted demo vehicle? Of course, right now we are seeing Tesla Model 3s, Model Ys, $3,000, maybe even $4,000 off. But some of them you need to be aware about because there's special circumstances why they have a big discount. And the question is, should you actually buy it? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you my threshold on which would I touch it and would I pass on some of these demo discounted vehicles? Because yes, like right now you can find plenty of Model Ys like $1,000, $2,000, of course with the option credit, maybe even $3,500 off. And a lot of these could be just plain demo vehicles. They could be showroom vehicles, but most of them that have high mileage, like these actually are okay, like 679 miles, 534 miles. I'm actually okay with that. Those are like like low mileage test drive vehicles, or maybe they sat in the showroom and got pulled out a couple of times, but some of them also have much more mileage like that, when like it's in the 2,000 to 3,000 mile range. So a good benchmark, I feel like, is $2 to $3 off per mile of demo mileage. So if it has 1,000 miles, I would want $2,000 to $3,000 off. If it's less than that, I think I would be okay and just roll with a brand new one. But the other thing you really need to be careful about is repaired demos. Like this one right here. It looks great on paper, right? $3,000 off, 423 miles. I'm definitely okay with that. I'm actually okay with mileage up to like 1,500 miles. Anything higher than that, maybe the tires could be a little bit, worn down because of a lot of acceleration. So I would probably like check on those a little bit more. But $3,000 on this one maybe sounds like a fantastic deal until you start to get into this right here, repaired demo vehicle. And the quick tip right here with this is that if you want to see which ones have like the repair order and actually the exact repair order, you can click this button right here under condition, and it will show previously repaired and open up another PDF that tells you how much the repair order actually is. $6,610 exactly for this one. So this one might be like hail damage. And a quick tip on that is that sales advisors, they can see pictures of the previous vehicle, I want to say, and they can give you a little bit more insight if they like you on what actually happened with the vehicle. So in terms of this one, it sounds like a great deal, $3,000 off. Would I buy it? No. Would I lease it though? Yes. I mean, leasing is purely a rental. You get to drive it for 2 to 3 years and then give it back to Tesla. Then it's Tesla's problem to try and fix it afterwards. So this would be a great lease candidate because you do get a nice discount at $3,000 off, and it's 423 miles. It doesn't actually matter because if you lease it, you still get the full warranty and everything with that. And so that's I feel like a good threshold rule of thumb. Have I bought a demo vehicle in the past? I actually have. I had bought a Model Y Performance. It had a $4,000 discount and it had 1,000 miles on it. And I think if I remember correctly, what was wrong with it is that like the trunk latch broke. It had like a repair order of like $2,000, which was not bad at all. And so that's usually where I would stick around in that. And so if it's like a minor repair of like $1,000 to $3,000, sure, it might be okay. But of course, you'll be able to check it out in person at the delivery appointment. If it's got major repairs like this one, $6,000 to $10,000 off, I would probably stay away from that. And of course, that would be a good lease demo vehicle or leasing vehicle as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments.
One thing for sure, if you're buying a new Tesla, it does not come with this. And that's a set of all-weather floor mats. My favorite set so far right now is a set by 3W Liners. And I've tried all the different floor mats that are out there. 3D Mats USA, Tasmanian, and a bunch of Amazon ones. And by far, these are going to be my favorite set. I've got them in our Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and also Cybertruck as well. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, not only will you save 25% off and get a set under $100, you'll support the channel as well. So definitely check out our partner 3W Liner floor mats down below in the description, and let's get on to the next topic.
Thanks for that, everyone. And 3W gave us an exclusive promo code, DENIS35, for the highest offer yet, 35% off. So definitely check it out. Way better than OEM at a much better price and lifetime warranty as well with 3W all-weather floor mats. And of course, if you use our links down below, you do support the channel. So thank you to everybody for using that in the past and in the future. If you're just joining in, welcome. 1.99% is possible if you follow these steps or these exact steps. I guess maybe watch the beginning of the live stream so you can see how it was actually done. Matt, thanks for coming in, and thank you for being a Patreon member. Evening Dennis, one of the nice perks of 26 Model Y is a conversation starter being an IT. Standard above any other US maker. My Expo installer gets more Tesla work, and Porsche went by the wayside. Yes, 100%. And actually, I forgot to talk about this, and we're trying to preview this very slowly, but Unplugged Performance also is an XPEL authorized installer, and we've already set up a DENINS deal. So if you're interested in getting tint done by one of, I would say, the highest, like best in shops for the area for like tint, wrap, and everything, definitely hit him a DM and ask for the DENINS deal for XPEL, which is actually basically the pricing on the website, but you get a couple different bonuses with that. And we'll be at Unplugged Performance tomorrow. Cubano, thanks for coming in. Constantine, St. Louis has hail damage Model 3, $3,600 off. Yeah, I guess I could see. It depends on how much that hail damage. Is it like $2,000 to $3,000 or is it much more? Ricky, thanks for coming in. recently got a 2020 Model 3 standard range. I owe about 19.5. I got a bad deal. Not sure if I should roll over or just keep. Didn't want to do more research on my end and want to a newer Model 3. It was my first auto loan. Ricky, I wouldn't feel too bad about that because if it's your first, you got to, get into the rhythm of paying a payment because the auto loan, the banks, the credit reports want to see that you can handle a car payment. So, I wouldn't take that as like a bad thing because you do have to have some history so that you can get the next one you can get if you pay diligently and on time and responsibility. Then the next one you might be able to get 0% on a brand new Model 3. And so I wouldn't have taken too bad. In 2020 Model 3 19.5, I wouldn't say you'd be too underwater. I feel like you could get maybe like a couple $1,000s less than what you actually paid. So it won't be too bad. Got my red Juniper today. Mike, congrats. Congrats on your brand new Tesla. Enjoy it in good health. And of course, now here is the second most exciting part, which is going to be accessories for your Tesla vehicle. In this next topic, this electric vehicle just went on clearance. Imagine, would you want to buy a $70,000 electric vehicle MSRP for $399 a month? And I've actually been in this vehicle. I've sat in it, I've played around with it and like seen the different materials. And I will say it is on a different level. Now, of course, not Tesla ecosystem and Tesla software, but here is the actual deal. Polestar is literally putting the Polestar 3 on clearance. $15,000 off of a Polestar 3. And take a look at this payment, because if you look at the Polestar 3, it is a $70,000 or almost $70,000 MSRP vehicle. And now they're pushing it as a lease for $399 a month. I feel like this is just one piece of the EV war because there's a lot of that $7,500 federal tax rate that is ending. Manufacturers and other brands are trying to figure out how can we push out all of these different electric vehicles before the $7,500 actually ends. So it's $399 a month for 27-month lease. And I think it looks phenomenal. If you've ever been in one of these, you'll quickly start to realize that the materials inside are a little bit more luxurious than a Tesla vehicle. Now, of course, Tesla is, software luxurious and has the better technology, but if it depends on what you want at the end of the day. But still, let us know, would you drive a Polestar 3 for $399 a month, or are we sticking with the Model Y? Because I guess this is more of like a Model X competitor, like in between Model Y and Model X at this point. But either way, you cannot argue at $399 a month. It is a fantastic deal. But let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you're thinking. JD, why are CT inventory discounts not as big as they were in April and June? Well, June was the end of the quarter, so maybe that's why. And then they cleared out all the different Cybertrucks. Cubano, talk me out of a Model X. I personally would not buy a Model X right now. It is not a good deal, whether it's like the old one or the new one. There is, if you're looking like, I guess I want to ask like, why Model X? Is it because of the third row? You feel like it's a bigger vehicle? There's better options out there, talking like Gravity and maybe even Rivian. I like the branding of Rivian. I like the colors and the materials. I do not like how Rivians drive. It's just not how I am in terms of like an off-road, overlanding type of experience person. And so I would probably not get that. But I guess Cubano, maybe not Model X. What about like a Cybertruck? That could be a cool one. Karan, hey, if you would, what do you think the pricing will be for the affordable Model Y launching Q4? I think it's going to be either $29,000 or $35,000. I think we're all going to be upset at the affordable part of it. I think it might even be like a starting price of $29,999, but maybe there's going to be some forced ads on it to make it $34,000. We would love, I feel like a lot of people would love for it to be like a $25,000, maybe even $20,000, but I don't think Tesla is going to do that because they're going to be rolling off the hype, the initial hype, and it's going to be like a $29,000 to $34,000. Maybe it's $25,000 like later on down the road, but I think initially it's going to be like a $34,000. Pirate, 2 weeks with my Diamond Black now, ordered on Monday and picked it up on the next day in Irvine. Was expecting 1 to 3 weeks. Love this thing. Nice. Congrats, Pirate. I think if I was going to get another Model Y, I'd probably get a Diamond Black one because I just want to, I've never had a black Tesla. whether it's like, I was actually counting the other, we've had like, I think 8 or 9 Teslas at this point, and I've always wanted, my dream build is a black with white interior, and because I want to ceramic coat it, I want to do all these different things to it to make it shine, and I've just never had that, which has been a funny one for sure. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting, and I forget, we talk about all these different incentives that are out there and getting the maximum discount, but don't forget about your current vehicle as well, and making sure you get maximum value for your current vehicle. Do not trade it into Tesla. At least take one of the different websites that are out there. That's why we partner with GiveMeTheVin.com, where you can easily get a valuation for your vehicle and sell your vehicle to them. They'll pick it up from where you're at. So definitely check it out. GiveMeTheVin.com down below in the description. And they're doing a $25,000 cash giveaway right now if you sell your vehicle to them. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. Christoph, I don't understand anything. How Tesla gave him 1.9 when it's 3.49. Yeah, maybe you watch it again and you can see all the different instructions, but congrats to Krishna for being able to get that. Griff, do Rivian and Lucid have a driver's assistance program similar to Tesla's full self-driving? Short answer, not as good. Rivian and Lucid do have one. I think Lucid with the Gravity, it's like coming soon, but nothing is as good as full self-driving at this point. Christian, possible 0% with 60 month. Hey, maybe in quarter 4. I don't think we're going to be able to see that in this quarter at all at this point. In this next topic, here's the biggest discounts right now as we head into the weekend. Here is what these other different manufacturers are starting to do with all the bigger vehicles in terms of the biggest discount. Shout out to Car Dealership Guy for posting this. We can see a lot of these are going to be electric vehicles, and so the EV war certainly is starting to heat up. We can see ID4, you can see almost 18% off. Nissan Leaf 17.5% off. Mercedes EQB 15% off. EQS SUV 15% off as well. And so, we do like our Tesla vehicles, but at the same time, it's not necessarily, you might as well just take a look and see what's out there in other markets as well. Like, Ioniq Fine, $206 a month, ID4, $161 a month. You can see there's a lot of different vehicles with crazy lease prices as we get to the end of the $7,500 federal tax credit. Now, of course, the software isn't going to be the same, the technology, the supercharger network. So if you're someone that does a lot of road trips, then I would probably prefer you to get one of these vehicles instead. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Christoph, 0% is dead. They will profit off the tax credit cancellation at the maximum till the end. Yeah, if anything, and we were talking about this yesterday, I could easily see, because if we look at the Model Y, we'll just take that one specifically because, there is 0% on the Model 3, just not the Model Y, and I would imagine 80% of you watching right now would rather buy the Model Y. But here's what I do think, and this will probably be in a prediction video once I start to hash it out in my head a little bit more, and let us know what you think about this as well. Right now, the rear-wheel drive is certainly a lot more in demand than the all-wheel drive. It has a longer range, it has a cheaper price, $4,000 different, while the all-wheel drives, even though that there's plenty of them with $2,000 to $3,000 off, are a little bit sitting. They're sitting a lot more than the rear-wheel drives. Rear-wheel drives are flying off the shelves, I would say, in comparison. So I could easily see a scenario, because they just did this last quarter, where the Model Y rear-wheel drive stays at 3.49%, but all-wheel drive maybe gets a little bit of a kicker down to 1.99%. I could easily see that maybe as soon as later this month, if Tesla is really trying to pull that ripcord to, do a Hail Mary, or even September timeframe, or maybe I'm completely wrong, as I've been plenty in the past, and Tesla does stick to their word and they start to go the opposite way and they say hey, if you don't buy by X or place your order, we're going to raise it to 4.99% and then go on and on. So let us know. Let me know what you think on the strategy, the future strategy with the Tesla vehicles and everything. In this next topic, here's the cost of Robotaxi per mile in the California market. Spoiler alert, it is much higher than the Austin market. Austin was $4.20 per ride, and then it went to $6.90 per ride. But we can see, shout out to Joe for taking a bunch of rides already, 14 rides. You can see it is all over the place depending on the logistics and everything. $6, $3, and everything. Sorry, this is Talk Texas here with the different prices that is now fluctuating fluctuating depending on everything. But California is starting to be at a lot higher price on top of that. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. California, I think, is anywhere from like $30 to $40, and I thought I had the post up, but I actually don't. So I guess we'll take a look at it and see at a later moment. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Betty, what do you think about purchasing buyback vehicles? No, I'd stay away from them. Griff, for a retired person without much taxable income, I asked Rock and it said I could sign over the tax rate to Tesla when I buy the car and they would discount it. Does anyone in chat know? Yeah, then because everybody qualifies for the 7,500 now. Well, sorry. Everybody that is under the income limit of 150 or 300 qualifies for the tax credit. There was a time that if you didn't make enough, then you would not be able to get the full 7,500. Everybody actually gets it at this point. Like it's point of sale and there is no like you only get 1,000 or 2,000. So you're good enough. You're good for that. Joey, 3.49 is good enough. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for some people. Christoph, do you think credit unions could offer a better deal than 3.49? I haven't seen that yet. I think the lowest I've seen is like 4% at this point. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. See you guys in the next one. See ya.